Hello everybody, my name is WSRX and you're watching Worldwide Sim Racing for the Japanese Grand Prix. We're joined today at the Suzuka Circuit, the only figure of 8 track on the F1 calendar. A DRS zone on the start-finish straight with high and low speed turns make this an extremely challenging track for competitors today. Now let's go over the starting grid for your Japanese Grand Prix. Jamie is on pole position ahead of Flip Flop Fish 4, Sweet Crown 19 in 3rd position, followed by Anthony 82, 91 in 4th, Fly By Night in 5th position, followed by Element 10. WSRU semi-flying Gurman and Fluffinut in 7th, 8th, and 9th, Damien Carroll is in 10th position, and Chill Mo is in 11th position. El Biku 1 is in 12th position, followed by WSR Hartman in 13th, 14th for Lewis Hamilton, 15th WSR Voodoo 52, 16th for Scar Logan LPC, Kevin Madison in 17th, and Speed Kills 3 rounds off the grid in 18th position. And now, let's head over to the grid for your Japanese Grand Prix.
3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and in Japan. It's a long start, but it's go. Jamie gets a very good start, and Flip Flop Fish gets a horrid start, dropping way down the rest of the grid. Jamie, though, clean through turn 1. Sweet Crown 19 in 2nd, and Anthony 82 has had a stellar start, putting himself up in the 3rd position, going around the Toro Rosso of Fly By Night and running up on the grass a little bit, though, but not compromising himself too much. Damien gets a terrible start all the way down in 15th. He must have had some sort of accident. And there goes Fly By Night around Element 10. And El Biku getting ahead of Kevin Madison. Kevin Madison dropping down. There's a lot of yellow flags in the Sector 1. But now it is Jamie in the 1st position. Sweet Crown 19 follows behind him. Anthony 82 in 3rd. Fly By Night in 4th position. And there is Element 10. Chill Mo has retired from the session. There's a crash already. Chill Mo is out of this race. What has happened? There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. We just missed it, but Chill Mo is out of this race. Jamie is in 1st. Sweet Crown 19 in 2nd. Anthony 82 is in 3rd. Chill Mo has left this session. Something is happening. Lost control of the car maybe. Or was it an incident between a driver? But now here comes Flip Flop Fish on the Red Bull. If you see me flying, going for 130R, and just before 130R did Flip Flop Fish decide to fall back. And now, though, side by side through the chicane, you see me flying, defending well from Flip Flop Fish, but it might be inevitable now coming up onto the straight. No DRS assistance, but better straight line speed, it looks like, for the Mercedes right now in the slipstream of that Red Bull, now going into turn 1. Let's see if it's going to happen. No. Gurman, though, right behind Flip Flop Fish, and no, Flip Flop does, and he spins round. He tried to go on the inside of You See Me Flying, but it didn't work, and he gets spun round. Down this straight, Fly By Night might make a challenge in the turn 1 on Anthony 82. Let's see, and yes, going side by side of Anthony 82 in the turn 1, and he makes the move, just about getting ahead. Anthony 82 still hanging it around, but no, Fly By Night with a beautiful overtake in the turn 1 and 2. And that was stellar. Coming up onto that straight, you see me flying already side by side of that Ferrari, coming side by side up the straight before 130R, and this is going to be really big stuff going side by side through here, but Element 10 has a slot behind him as he got ahead of him just before the turn-in at 130R. Flop Fish, with a really good recovery drive, has got himself all the way up near 7th position. Will be a move in the hairpin. Yes, there will be, and it's a big dive bomb, but it's a clean one at that. Element 10 just gave him enough space, maybe a little bit too much than he should have, and Flip Flop Fish will take all he can, and he will take that position kindly. As Scar Logan is into the pits, he's one of the first men to go into the pits for a legitimate pit stop. Let's see what that tire is going to be. And there is rain coming down on track, and it is actually intermediate tires. Now, I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a little bit of an early call to be putting on intermediates, and no, it doesn't look like he has. The intermediate tires were there. I don't know if he's changed intermediates. It is raining a little bit on track. And there, nope, he's on the mediums. We'll actually look up the details of tires. And no, Scar Logan is listed on intermediate tires. I think this is a little bit early. It is only just starting to rain. And I think Scar Logan will have to be struggling a bit. Oh, look at that. He is struggling quite a lot. And I think this is a little bit too early of a pit stop to be making. You got to be... I always say, wait for the AI. If you're in the width of the AI and you can see them, if they haven't pitted yet, it's not time to pit yet. And yes, he will go into the pits. But so will Sweet Crown 19. I think right now it is good enough to go on intermediate tires. And let's see if Anthony 82 follows suit. Yes, he will. Fly By Night does as well. Everybody will be diving into the pits. The pit lane is about to get really, really busy as there's Yosemite flying, struggling a lot, and all side by side into the pit lane, and oh no! Flip-flop fish, and Yosemite Flying went side by side into the pit lane, but that means Yosemite Flying is going to have to get a wing change. No wing change. I think it was too early. But now he's going to be on the intermediate tires, but he's going to have wing damage coming out of the pit. So let's see. I think there is a end plate gone on that car. And yes, there is. Flip-flop fish. I don't think was expecting Yosemite Flying to struggle so much, but now a lot of cars into the pits. But look who has come out on front. It is Sweet Crown 19 in the lead of this race. Even despite the pit stop, Sweet Crown 19 has found himself in the lead of this race. That is pretty unbelievable. Anthony 82 has found himself in third. Let's ride on board a Fly By Night, though. He's getting very close again to Gurman. But again, in these rainy conditions, both of the drivers, especially in Sectors 2 and Sector 3, both having issues. Not able to quite keep up the pace. As Gurman, though, runs quite wide. And then Fly By Night runs wide himself, sliding out of the hairpin. And Fly By Night is trying his best, but he can only just manage a little bit as he loses time to Gurman. And now he's going to get rewarded as he's coming up to the final chicane. And Sweet Crown 19 has done everything he was meant to do as he comes around the final turn. And Sweet Crown 19 will win the Japanese Grand Prix. Anthony 82 will come home in second position. And Jamian will round off the grid for third position. Now, let's ride on board with Fly By Night. He's still chasing down Gurman, but I think he's a little bit too far back. I don't think any challenge is going to be able to get made. Is now coming into the final turn. And no, sliding around too much. Gurman will keep the position. Is there going to be any penalties, though, changing this? No anything for him. And, crashing. And there's a crash. But I don't think it matters too much. I think he's very happy to just be done with this race. I think everybody is. Just rain. Worldwide Swim Racing has come to you live for the Japanese Grand Prix. Very well deserving of Driver of the Day. As now, raising the Japanese Grand Prix trophy, Champagne will fly. As you've been watching the Japanese Grand Prix from Worldwide Sim Racing, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and comment down below on the stream to let us know you're here. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is WSRX, your head commentator for Worldwide Sim Racing, or Noah Clark. And you've been watching the WSR Formula World Championship. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great night.